So thank you for coming today. Good afternoon. Firstly, I would like to briefly introduce the Master of Science in IS, Industrial Logistics System. Okay. Actually, this program was accredited by CILK in Hong Kong, and also the HKLA. It means that if you get the degree of Master of Science in Industrial Logistics System, you do not need to attend an example by CILK in HK or HKLA because this program had already been accredited by both of the two associations. This slide it shows the program aim. Actually, this program aims to design for the transformation of the logistics industry on the new economy. As you can see, the title of our program is different from some other program about logistics management, logistics engineering, or supply chain management. We have one keyword is industrial. We would like to provide our students with active information technology and also the manual approach to solve the real problem in industrial engineering. This slide shows the program characteristics of our program. Just like mentioned before, students attend the program will learn multidisciplinary skills, expertise, and also tools belong to industrial engineering. Especially, the student will learn the planning, organization, staffing, training, assessing, reporting, monitoring, coordinating, and controlling of the system or other resource. Students will learn how to integrate different tools together to solve the problem. I will introduce more about the core subject, the mandatory subject, and also the elective subject. Another unique characteristic is that we have a so-called study tour, namely a field trip. We will take our students to visit some high-tech companies, especially in mainland China. Students will obtain the real-world learning experience and also the hands-on experience. They will know how to use what they have learned from this subject in the real industrial engineering. This slide shows the course summary. Firstly, I would like to introduce the code focus. The code focus can be introduced in two aspects. We have two unique characteristics. One is the system integration. Just like mentioned, we would like to teach the student how to solve the problem from the holistic perspective. It means how to integrate different tools together to investigate the problem existing in supply chain or logistics engineering from the bird's eye value. It means that students need to know how to solve the problem from different perspectives. And another is about application of a tool. We will deliver the advanced and cutting-edge tools for our students. They will know, they will master the most advanced technologies and tools, especially including some AI tools and also some big data analytics tools to solve the real problem. The area of study for that including the cutting-edge technologies for the logistics information system, enterprise resource planning, ERP, material handling and distribution system, as well as supply chain management enabling technologies. Now I would like to introduce about the program structure. Actually, if you attend the program, you have two ways to go. One is so-called the dissertation routine, and another is the so-called non-dissertation routine. If you'd like to choose a dissertation routine, you just need to choose 4 compulsory subjects. It means that, okay, no matter who you are, okay, all of you need to choose these 4 subjects, okay. This was designed for the subject. Then with at least 1 core subject, plus at most 2 subjective subjects, and dissertation. Okay, please pay attention, okay. Dissertation account to 9 credits, equivalent to 3 subjects. And another way is non-dissertation routine, okay? You, of course, do not need to choose dissertation. But alternatively, you need to choose another 3 subjects, okay? So accordingly, you need to choose 4 compulsory subjects, plus at least 3 core subjects, okay? Please pay attention. There's a mandatory requirement. If you do not choose the dissertation, you need to attend ICE 550. Namely field trip study, okay, it is a tour study, which the student will visit some well-known high-tech companies in mainland China. Then you will know how to use what you have learned from this program to solve the real problem, the real-world problem existing in logistics engineering or supply chain management. But from actually this year, in our university, we have a new requirement, so-called AIE. AIE is short for Academic Integrity and Ethics. Okay, so this is a new requirement. So of course, you can choose either the dissertation routine or non-dissertation routine. Actually, every year after the break or during the break, some of you usually ask me a question. So which one should I choose? Or which one should I choose? I can get high GPA, okay? It's up to you, okay? But then if some of you would like to go on your PhD, you would like to increase your research experience or would like to publish some paper and some fundamental work, of course, you can choose the dissertation routine, okay? But it does not mean that, okay, if you choose the dissertation routine, you will have high GPA or you will use less time, okay? So this is the program structure. We admit both full-time and part-time student, okay? And for full-time student, okay, the non-period is 1.5 years. For the part-time student, okay, especially for some local students who have full-time job, the normal duration is 2.5 years. Okay, now I would like to introduce about all these subjects. Okay, these are the 4 compulsory subjects, okay, including, I mentioned, okay, enterprise resource ERP, logistic information system, warehousing and material handling system, supply chain management, and enabling technologies, okay. All these are 4 compulsory subjects, okay. It aims to provide all our students the primary and basic expertise, skills, and tools to solve the problem existing in supply chain or in logistics engineering. Then we also have several core subjects. The core subject, for instance, workflow design and management, it aims to provide our students some extra expertise, okay? Besides the skills, the tools, the method you can learn from the compulsory subject. Moreover, we also provide our students more than 10 elective subjects, okay? Students can choose the elective subject according to their own interest, preference, and consent, okay? For now, some students, okay, they tell me in future they would like to work in the port, okay? So of course you can choose for that port policy and management, okay? Some of you tell me for now I would like to work in the logistics department of a high-tech company, for that Xiaomi or Huawei, okay? So what should I do? So of course you can choose smart product service system, okay? So all these elective subjects, it can provide our students, okay, to an alternative, okay, a way to explore different area of study, okay? Even someday you would like to go on your PhD, you would like to do some research, okay? You can also learn more from this subject. Okay, and for the entry requirement, okay, is a bachelor degree or equivalent. And for English requirement, okay, if you are non-native speaker, or if the instructional media is not English, okay, you can attend either TOEFL or IELTS. The minimum requirement of TOEFL is 80. For IELTS is 6.0. Okay, just like mentioned before, okay, we have a unique characteristic for this program, okay, namely the field trip. Actually, in the past years, we have took our students out of the Euro teaching environment, okay, namely the classroom, okay, out of the classroom to increase the hands-on experience and real-world learning experience. Actually, according to the feedback after the field trip, our students told us that, okay, they are very confident, okay, to the future. They believe they will have a more bright future because they will know, okay, through this program, they can learn not only some theoretical aspect, but some tools that can also really use in industry, okay? Although, okay, to some of you, you may think, okay, for my degree, we just learn some theoretical aspect, some theories, okay, that may not be used in industry. Actually not. For this program, you can learn some professional tools that can be used in industry and also used in your future. And also you will know how to integrate all these tools as a whole to achieve problem solving. So this photo shows the field trip in Dalian, in Shanghai. They see the in, okay, also in Shanghai. Okay, also in some other cities. And until now, we have more than 1,000 graduates, and also they worked in different fields. Especially some of them worked in some well-known companies. Okay, last, I would like to remind you, okay, please pay attention to the due date, okay, for the application. It started for mid of last month and last until April 30 next year, okay? I know every year you will ask me, okay, when should I start, okay? I recommend you, I suggest you to apply, to submit the application as soon as possible, okay, as soon as possible if you are ready. So this is the homepage for online application. If you have any question, okay, you can firstly visit our program website, okay? There's some information in detail, okay? But after visiting the homepage of the program, if you still have some question, okay, you're welcome to write to Ms. Dong, okay? You can call her or write email to her directly, okay? If you have any question about the program. Okay, now I think we still have about 1 or 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. So if you have some question, you are welcome to ask me, okay? I think we can only have 2 questions because we still have 2 programs. Okay, okay, any question? Any question? Okay, if no question, maybe that starts the second program.
Okay. Okay. Hello. Thank you for joining this information seminar. Maybe I would like to introduce the program related to the Master of Science in Knowledge and Technology Management. My name is Benny Chen. Maybe I will introduce about how this program is operating. Yes. So as you know that innovation technology become very important for different parts of the world because we are now emphasize on how can we turn innovation into some economic value. And then Hong Kong and mainland China also emphasize on this kind of how can we manage the innovation to make this economic better. So this is one of the reasons why I think we are developing this program to fit for the needs for the society, because first of all, we have two things you will see in this program: knowledge management and technology management. I think this is a very unique program because in the whole world, I think for knowledge management, it's already not many programs they have this kind of the curriculum. The second one is the technology management. This combined into one program. This is a very important thing to make the student to equip of true professional knowledge, and then they can be able to work in industry in the future. I think one of the very important things is that if you are aiming to become a professional in the field to manage the innovation and technology and knowledge in the company, this is a very important program for helping you to develop your career. So I think you may see in this diagram, I think if people do a survey about how knowledge management is so important in the enterprise, knowledge management is in fact very important for a lot of the enterprise, especially for some large enterprise in the world like Huawei and Siemens, and then different kind of the company. They have their own dedicated team to manage their knowledge, because how can we manage the knowledge to sustain the business? This is one of the important things for a lot of the enterprise. So this is something that I think why we design a program with that. The other one is very important for technology management. You see a lot of the company actually they are starting from small to a global enterprise. This is a journey to helping them to grow in such a way. So for those of the very successful enterprise at the moment, they have dedicated team to manage the technology. For example, you may think about a lot of the big company like HP, or even though IBM, or different kind of the global company, Google's. Those are companies, actually, they are starting from very small, and at the moment become a very global enterprise. But this kind of the innovation cycle is very important for helping them to sustain, because you may think about that in every year you will have a new mobile phone to use, you will have a new electrical car to see in the market. Why this happen? One of the reasons is that technology management make this happen. Because those of the technology you will see in the market, they are pending innovation. A lot of the company develop different generations of technology, and then they launch in the market, and then so that you will have new technology to use, and then new things to use to make our life better. This is something that why technology management is so important. And then what is the focus for technology management? Maybe you ask a question. Basically, very simple. The first thing is that you need to have a scientific approach to know how to identify good technology, because it's not every technology can grow into a very successful business for that. Second thing is that how can we protect the technology? If your technology is very good, people will try to copy you, and a lot of the copycat will copy your technology. We don't protect your technology through IP, intellectual property. It's difficult to make the technology protected. Once we have those of the IP technology, how can you leverage this kind of the technology to become economic value? For example, you will find a lot of the company, they will license the technology for other people to use to get the royalty. You will also find a lot of the company, they will use their technology, they will show their IP to other companies, they can get also economic value. A lot of the company can also use patent IP to create competitive barrier in the market, so people cannot go into their own territory to sell their product because they have this kind of technology. A lot of the product in your daily life, like mobile phone, a lot of the technology, they contain a lot of the IP. But how can you make the IP to convert into economic value? This program will teach you how to do that. And then you also know a lot of the information about this. So this 4 circles, I hope that you understand the identification, selection, acquisition, exploration. This is very important thing. The student will learn about how to manage this information. So this program helps to develop your competence and understanding to manage the innovation cycle. What do we mean by innovation cycle? The innovation starts from innovation management. How can we motivate people to innovate? And then how can they make them to generate good ideas? This is one thing. After you innovate, you make new technology. The second phase is that how can you transfer and commercialize the technology to get the economic benefit? This is the second step. It's one of the important part of the innovation cycle, because this part of the technology transfer and commercialization will turn your technology to economic value, the real benefit, like the money and the social impact. And after you turn this innovation cycle in one point, you will also try to develop the future. How can we make the innovation to be sustainable? So the other very important part is the technology forecast and assessment. How can you forecast for the future technology so that you can be able to make different innovation cycle to be happen in different time moment, and then you can be able to sustain your business. I think you think about that, the mobile phone you have at the moment is the technology 5 years ago, people already invented this, and then you see in the market, this is a technology they already patented. And then when you see the technology, this is a technology they already developed some years ago. So you need to plan for the future. This is something that we need to master this. The second one is the financial and strategic framework. How can you manage the technology in strategic way and financial way so that because a company will recruit technology manager because they would like them to help them to manage the innovation cycle. At the same time, they can also be able to help them to generate the benefit for it. And then the fourth one is a technical, non-technical awareness about the technological development, because it's not just the technological development people need to focus. The second one is the most important thing. How can they manage the knowledge? Because without having knowledge, you will find that the knowledge will lose. When they lose the knowledge, actually they can't be able to sustain the business. You may think about that. Some of the company like PowerPoint and MTR as example. So they already have a very good business. The main issue is how can they keep the people to keep the knowledge so that they can sustainable for their business for long term. This is something that why you will find that a lot of the big enterprise, they already have managing knowledge as part of their business. So this is something that we will cover in the program. And then this program basically also similar to the previous program. We also have a two pathway to achieve the master degree in knowledge and technology management. The first one is complete talk course. So you take 10 subjects. You study for 10 subjects, and then together with one of the subject AI, subject, do you remember what is this? Academic, integrity, and ethic. Okay. Because one of the reasons is that when you're working in the society, the academic impact, academic integrity is very important. The second one is that the ethics is also important. We need to build the student with the capability to be doing something ethically. Okay, this is something that the subject is compulsory for all the programs. So that I need to emphasize the AIE program is compulsory. The other 4 compulsory subjects, we also have 4 compulsory subjects and 3 core subjects and 3 elective. I will explain this later for that. But the subject we are putting in a compulsory subjects are different from the other program. Okay, and then the other pathway is similar to the last program. You will see that a dissertation mode. Dissertation, that means student can only need to finish 7 subjects per dissertation. So this question always asked by my current student and some of the students, they ask, is wealthy for me to study for dissertation? It very much depends on what do you plan for your career path in the future. If you would like to become a professional people, to be a consultant in the future, you think about that. You every day of your life, you need to write a lot of consultancy report. You see, you need to do a study, collect data, and then to generate your report to the client. This is a kind of the training you to develop your analytical techniques to find information, analyze this, and then to generate some insights about this. For some of students, you would like to pursue PhD in the future, or engineering, doctorate degree in the future. A lot of the university will put a very good, very important eyes on your dissertation, because they think about that student, they have dissertation, they will be better with a greater potential to get a higher degree. Because for dissertation, I think for master degree, you have an option whether you do dissertation or not. But for PhD or doctorate degree, you need to really do the dissertation. You don't, if a university tell you that you don't need to do any dissertation, you get a doctorate degree, you need to think about whether this is a degree very useful for you. So those of the famous university like MIT, US, those are famous. All the university, including our university, the doctorate degree, they need to do dissertation. Okay, this is something that very important. Okay, depends on your career. And then the other thing, the dissertation, I think equivalent to 3 subjects, so the student can concurrent. The other advantage for students to do dissertation is that they can concurrently study subject and conduct dissertation at the same time. For some students, they can shorten their study time for that because they can finish 7 subjects at the same time. They do the dissertation at the same time. They can shorten their study period. This is another advantage. So similar to the other program is that for a master degree, normally a lot of the students, they will finish their degree in 1 year or maybe 1 year and a half. And then how can they achieve this? Because some students, they're working harder, they study 5 subjects per semester. After 2 semesters, they finish their master degree. For some students, they would like to finish less subjects, so they will finish this in 1.5 years. If they are studying full-time, that means the student need to really stay in Hong Kong, or maybe they put full-time effort to that. For part-time students, we allow them to study for 2 to 2.5 years. I think because they are working professional, normally they will only take 3 subjects at most per semester. So they need to spend 2 years or to finish. Or maybe some students, they have more workload during their daytime. They need to have longer time, maybe 2.5 years. It's almost this period for them to finish. Depends on your interest, okay? And then we basically offer the subject in bulk mode and evening mode. I will elaborate a little bit about what is bulk mode and evening mode. For bulk mode, I think the student will finish a subject in 4.5 days. The subject will start with the study at 9:30 to 6:30 for whole day. I think this is very preferable for some students because they are working in some other place and they can study because this kind of the bulk mode subject, we will organize this normally in the weekend, Sunday and Saturday. So then most of the students, they can allocate their time to study. Okay, this is something that because for full-time, even though for full-time, I think I have some of the students at the moment, they are studying for a compulsory subject for today, from 9:30 to 6:30, but they only need to study for 4 days, plus half a day for review. They can be able to finish a subject. This is the subject curriculum. You see the 4 of the subject will be the compulsory subjects. The first subject is for students to equip the basic knowledge about knowledge management. And then the second subject related to what I mentioned about the subject for them to know how to manage technology and innovation to happen. And then the second subject is another one, as I mentioned, that is technology transfer and commercialization. They will learn a lot of the know-how about IP, but don't worry, we are not trying to train up them as a lawyer, but the main issue, they need to know about the legal boundary, about different IP, and then how can they use it in the business, and then how can they generate the value for that. And for the four subjects related to managing and measuring intellectual capital. So what do we mean by intellectual capital? You may think about that. A lot of the intangible value will be found in the other situation. Like this, I think most of you think about that. Disney have their own product. You buy a T-shirt with Disney Idol logo. Do you know how much it costs? $100. Okay. In terms of the cost of money, you don't mind about the Disney logo, $10 or maybe a few $10, you can be able to buy the same thing. But why this premium value add on this and then still have people to buy this? Because this intangible value is what we call intellectual capital. A lot of the business value is also related to this kind of the intangible value, but a lot of the people do not know how to manage this and then to create some value. But if you can know about this knowledge, you can be able to generate a much higher high profit, high value for a company, even though the cost of you to make this kind of product is the same. Okay, this is something that I think the student will learn. And then the other core subject is more related to different discipline. I think depends on the student interest, because some students, they like to work in the logistics industry in the future. They will study for subject related to warehouse management and global logistics system. For some students, they're interested to work in AI area. They will study for subject related to business intelligence and data mining. And then some students, they are more interested on managing project in the organization. They will study about technology project management. One of the very important things similar to that is this subject, why we add a remark in here, because our program emphasis on making the student to have chance to integrate the knowledge to integrate, that means the knowledge they learn in different subjects into a real life situation. So we will organize field study for them. If the student do not take dissertation, this subject become another compulsory subject for them. But the difference is that the field study subject is a good subject. That means they work in a team. Similar to a technology management team, they work together to address a company problem. And then they are also required to travel to overseas. I think maybe I will show you about some scenario on that. Our field study is different because we focus the field study for global enterprise. That means the student need to travel to some place outside Hong Kong and even though in China. In the last year, the student go to Germany because Germany is one of the very strong country for innovation and technology. The student go to visit some of the company big enterprise in Germany. Okay, this is something that I hope you see the difference. And then we also have a lot of the elective subject the student can select based on their own interest. So I'm not trying to emphasize all of them, but one of the subjects I'm trying to emphasize about 5026, technology, entrepreneurship, and innovation. I think this kind of subject is very important because a lot of our students in the future, they may work in an enterprise as a leader, maybe to manage an enterprise for that. Or maybe in the future, they may open up their own company. They start a new company to develop technology. So we need to develop their entrepreneur's spirit. That means they know how to become a business people to make their business to success. I think a lot of the very great company, their leader is also have this kind of entrepreneurship experience. They need to have some training on that before they will become a strong leader in the field in the future. So this is example of the field study you see in the last year. We visit some robotic company, some of the company in the very leading university, like Technical University of Munich, a very, very famous university in the world. They are a very strong team of people know about technology management, and then they also organize the whole visit for our students. We also have some field study in different places like Taiwan. In every year, we focus on a different theme. One of the theme is maybe like biomedical, sometimes IT, sometimes robotic. Depends on, because we need to provide some of the topic for the students to study, so we need to provide the theme topic. So we try to select those companies which are within the theme topic so that the student can apply their knowledge to do that. And then in our program, we also have some overseas professor will engage in the teaching, like Professor Kelvin Willoughby. He is currently teaching he has experience teaching in the US, Russia, and German. Currently, he's also working in German. He's our visiting professor. We also have Dr. Simon Fogg is also the visiting associate professor for Simon Fraser from Canada. He graduated from the Oxford University in Cambridge. Sorry, in the Cambridge University, they have very. If you do some of the survey about this. Cambridge University have a very strong team. They have a Center for Technology Management. They have developed some of the very famous tools like the technology road mapping. You may also find their literature on that. This tool is very helpful for helping companies to shape their future. And then how can they plan their future? Dr. Simon Fogg will teach the students how to use the technique to help companies to shape their future. So this is some advantage. Maybe you think about that if you are interested on this program. First of all, we strike a balance between theory and practice because in technology management and knowledge management, students really need to apply the knowledge in the real life situation because their target audience, maybe target beneficiaries are enterprise and people. Okay, we are not. I think the student can get the degree. It's not just getting the degree; they can know how to make the company to be more efficient, more effective. At the same time, we hope that the student can be able to help a lot of the enterprise to be more success, and then they can generate better value. I think a lot of our graduates, just let you know, some of them they go back to China or maybe they work in some of the big companies like Huawei or some of the people, they join some of the company as a technology manager, technology officer, or something on that, because this program is more for helping them to develop career, especially for those students that are interested to engage in those of the enterprise and technology enterprise. But the main issue is that you may think about, I'm not studying engineering degree, I'm not studying science. This is not a major issue on that, because we are not teaching the student to make an engine. Because if you like to make an engine, I suggest you will go to listen for other programs like mechanical engineering program, because they really teach you how to make an engine. We are teaching the student how, if the technology is available, how can they make the value for that? And then they're more on business area. And then even though for students, they have a bachelor degree background in economics, accounting, and finance, they can play a role on that, because in technology management, there are different stakeholders involved. Some of them, they are the financial officer in the company, chief finance officer in the company, because this kind of the people is very important. They give the money to people to make that technology happen. But most of them, why they study our program, because they know how to make the decision about what kind of the technology project is worthy to invest. And then whether some project is really useful for the field. This is something I try to let you to know about that. Even though your background is not engineering or maybe business, and you have a bachelor degree, we will consider you. And then if I think English requirement is the same as for other program, because IELTS 6.4 and then the TOEFL 80. But the most important thing, I think a lot of the students, they can study well because they can have a passion on managing technology and managing knowledge. And then they know how to work with the other to make success happen, and then how can they shape the future for some enterprise. This is something that I hope that you, if you are interested on that, certainly you may apply for that. In our program, we have a lot of emphasis on programming thing, because if you like to study how to write program for computer science, I think it's not suitable for you, this program. Even though for data mining and business intelligence, we are more on the teaching you to use tools to do that, okay? Instead of you are writing the program, we are not developing you as a software engineer on that. Okay, this is something I hope you understand the position of program. Okay, anyway, this is something that I would like to share with you, and then I pass the platform to my colleague. Okay, this tuition fee, maybe I'm not admission requirement. I think I leave the program to, I think the application period is similar to the last program. I think all the application period is the same, okay?
Okay, thank you, Professor Ban Yucheng. Okay, so it's my turn. So I'm Dr. Ming Li, yes, research assistant professor in the department. So the third master program is the Master of Science in Smart Manufacturing. So before I start, may I know how many of you has been to the factory before? I think no. Yes, that will be great, because this title is Smart Manufacturing. Even it has a manufacturing as one of the keywords, and another important one is the smart. So if you have interest in the smart part, then this is the way you can select this program. So actually, this is a new program, a new master program launched last year, and to respond the university's initiatives on the smart manufacturing. Because as our department is one of the largest department in the university, and we have over the years of the experience in the the manufacturing industry. But in Hong Kong, this is not an industrial city, so the way changed. The whole initiatives of the government is to call for the intelligent technologies that can be developed to use for the manufacturing. This is why we need this program based on the the strengths of our department, of the universities, and also to the initiatives of the government. So actually is a lot of things introduced in, but this time is very limited. So just gave a brief introduction to this program. And as I mentioned, ISE is the most competitive. We have a lot of resources to support, and why the program is in our department, because we have very strong research and also the very strong resources in this field. For example, we have the State Key Lab. Yes, the director is here. So we have many years in the advanced manufacturing. And also we have a research institute. It's also about the advanced manufacturing. And also we have the research centers for the deep space exploration. It's led by Professor Yun. This is why we can develop that grab machines to the for the moon exploration. And also we have a lot of the laboratories, for example, the sub-physical factories, and we have a lot of the robotics, and also the sub-physical internet is supporting logistics systems, and also the 3D printing laboratories that to conduct the customized productions. This is the resources we have. This is something about the Sticky Lab, and also the research institute, and also the research centers, and also our the research project to support all the underlying runnings for the program. So the objective of the program is to let all of you to know the smart manufacturing technologies and development, and also to give you the abilities to use these technologies to generate some solutions in the industry. And let me show you the vision for this this program. We want you to have the the inspire and the empower, and through the practice to support the manufacturing. It's also the the university guidelines, the 开物成物力学利民. We need to use the manufacturing to lead the whole industry, and we suppose the students should, after the program, should have some hard strengths and know-how, and also the soft powers used in this industry, the manufacturing industry. So what subject do you study in this program? This is very important. When we start to to build this program, we have a lot of the discussion about the the curriculum and also the subjects. So if you see that we have three the horizontal layers, and also we have three vertical lines. So from the the horizontal view, we have the we have the mandatory course, and we have the compulsory course, and we have the core course, and also the elective course. This is generated based on the the basic curriculum structures of the universities. And the three vertical thing is very important. This is why we need to build this program to let the student either you can have the directions for the advanced manufacturing, and if you have more interested, you can have more courses in the smart factory. And also if you want to explore some AI, but not the science, it's the application, you can select the industrial analytics. This is based on what you want to do in your career. So you can have your own directions based on our the subject structures. And I will give you some brief introductions for this each of these courses. And for this one, as I already introduced, is a mandatory as required by the university. And we have the one most important compulsory course is called Frontiers in Industry 4.0. So you may heard about the term Industry 4.0. So this course will be delivered in the seminar base. We will invited a lot of the professors from the leading universities in this area to give you a research seminar to give their insights about the Industry 4.0. So you have a lot of the experience to see their views and their visions about this industry. And also we have three compulsory courses in different categories. And for example, this course, the Cyber-Physical Industry 4.0, it will taught by me. Yeah, so in this course, we will teach you how to build a cyber-physical system. For example, in this classroom, how we can build a virtual classroom in the computer. So this is what we taught. We have the sensors, we have the videos, how we can merge them together to build a virtual classroom to see all of you. This is about the cyber-physical, but this is just a simple because we will use that in the industrial 4.0 in the shop floor, in the factory, and also in the manufacturing. So this is the compulsory course. And also we have in the core course, we have many of the interesting courses. For example, for the industrial metaverse and the mixed reality, you know, ISE held the department cave system. It is AR, VR system. It's immersed, not just like glasses. It has glasses, but it can, you know, make the surroundings virtual. So just here, it will be a virtual classroom. So you made a virtual guys. This is what this course will taught us to teach you how to develop this kind of the system. So it's immersed system. We usually use this kind of system to give the training for the, you know, the future workers. So we are not the guys working in the factory. We are the guys to, you know, empower the factory, to develop the factory, and also to design the factory. This is this course. And it's a very interesting course. And also if you like robotics, well, you know, our program also provide the industrial human robot system to let you know how to work with the, you know, robotics, and also how the robotics will assist with your operation. So you are the guys to design their logic. This is the, you know, the cost staff structures. And also the whole program is very similar. We have 1.5 years for the full-time and 2.5 years for the part-time. And also if we have two, you know, options, if you have the total taught subjects or you can have a dissertation. And since to be honest, for our program, about half percent, yes, 50% students will enroll in the dissertation. It's because all of the, you know, our lectures will provide is a very interesting project for their, you know, the dissertations. Usually the aims is that the student to generate something, yes, generate something in our lab or in your projects. So this is a very interesting, you know, things. This is why most of the students, you know, maybe different from the other two programs. They prefer the dissertation to doing something. And also the admission requirement is if you have a bachelor degree in engineering science or related disciplines. And for the statistics of last year, about 16% students will from the engineering perspectives. For example, the automation, the computer science, the communication engineering, and other control engineering, this kind of the background, because they have the science or the basic skills in their bachelor degrees, in their undergraduate studies, and they want to have more explanations on the industry because this is mostly related to your career. Okay, so this is the admission requirement. So future, this is core competence. We need you to, you have 4 directions we categorize. For example, you're doing more for the digitization perspectives and do more in the business industrial intelligence to be a data analyst, data scientist, or also to do more the strategic planning and operation to do more on the industrial 4.0 strategist, or also the project manager to know how to operate smart factories. So this is maybe your future careers after your graduation from this program. So if you want to know more information about the program, here is key information for you from the handbook, the platform, also the application page. And also if you have more information about you need more information about the program, please contact the program leader, Professor George Q. Huang, or the deputy program leader, Professor Sandy Du. So this will be the end for my introduction. So welcome you to apply our programs. Okay, thank you for your coming. Come from or
No matter which program, okay. Okay. If you don't worry, I think we have all the info available in the in our website, and then make sure that think about what kind of career you would like to develop, and then which program is suitable for you. I think every program their own characteristic. Okay, thank you for you to join the seminar. That's the end for today seminar. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.